What if the most powerful tool for your health and your productivity wasn't some new app or a supplement or some crazy expensive gadget? What if it was free? Something almost anyone could do, and it only took 10 minutes a day. Well, that's exactly what we're diving into, the truly surprising power of a simple walk.
Okay, let's just cut right to the chase. Look at this number, plus 1.4 years. A huge landmark study found that's how much your life expectancy could increase if you go from being totally inactive to just starting a daily 10-minute brisk walk. I mean, that is an incredible return on your time for such a tiny part of your day.
But this isn't just about adding years to your life. It's really about adding a life to your years, right? It really makes you wonder, what if the best tool you have for getting things done isn't on your computer at all, but it's just waiting for you right outside? We're about to break down exactly why this simple habit is a complete game changer.
So, let's start with the biggest question of all. Why? Why is something so simple, something that seems so small, like a 10-minute miracle for our bodies and our brains? Let's unpack it.
Well, if you're not very active right now, the payoff is immediate and it is huge. First off, a 15% drop in the risk of early death, just from getting started. But you don't have to wait years to see the benefits. You'll actually feel your mood improve almost instantly. You'll find it's easier to stay at a healthy weight, and you'll start to notice that everyday things, like taking the stairs, just don't feel like such a chore anymore.
Okay, so those are the results. But how does it all actually work? Let's take a look under the hood at the science here and really see what's going on inside your body when you go for a walk. What you're looking at here is a dose-response curve, and it shows something fascinating. See how the line is steepest right at the very beginning? That sharp drop on the left means the biggest health wins, the most dramatic improvements, come from going from doing nothing to doing just a little something. Your body gets this massive positive shock, and it rapidly improves everything from your circulation to how you use energy. It's the absolute point of maximum return. And you know where this principle has an almost immediate and powerful effect? In those few moments right after you finish eating. Seriously, taking a short, easy walk within about 30 minutes of eating is a metabolic game changer. Here's what happens. That movement makes your muscles immediately start pulling sugar from your bloodstream to use for energy. This is what helps prevent those big blood sugar spikes after a meal. And the result? Your body becomes more sensitive to insulin, you feel less tired, so goodbye food coma, and over time it can even help with weight loss. And hey, it's not just your body that's getting a tune-up. Your brain gets a major boost too. A short walk triggers the release of this amazing cocktail of feel-good chemicals. We're talking endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin. You can think of it like hitting a natural reset button for your brain. It just instantly lifts your mood and gets you motivated for whatever you have to do next. Okay, so the why is pretty compelling, right? But to really unlock all these benefits, how you walk actually matters. So let's get into the specifics, the technique, and learn how to walk smarter, not just harder.
So the key here is that we're talking about brisk walking, not just a casual, meandering stroll. The real difference is the intensity. Brisk walking means you've got a quicker pace, you're breathing a little faster, and your heart rate is up. Probably the easiest way to check is the good old talk test. If you can still talk and have a conversation, you're in the zone. If you could belt out an opera, you probably need to pick up the pace a little bit.
And if you want to take things to the next level, there's a really powerful technique called interval walking training. Now, it might look a little complicated on screen, but trust me, it's incredibly simple. After a quick warm-up, you just go back and forth between walking briskly for 3 minutes, like a 7 out of 10 effort, and then recovering with 3 minutes of slow walking. Repeating that cycle is just a fantastic way to burn more calories and boost your fitness even faster. But walking isn't just about heart rate and burning calories. It can be a really powerful mental practice too. I just love this quote from the Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh. Walk as if you are kissing the earth with your feet. It's really an invitation to be mindful, to just feel the ground under you, to be present. That simple act of connection can quiet your mind and just melt away stress.
So it's pretty clear this little habit goes way beyond just physical health. Let's zoom out for a second and look at the full life payoff, because this is about so much more than just hitting a step count.
Over the long haul, the preventative power of walking is just staggering. I mean, look at this chart. Regular activity slashes your risk for some of the biggest chronic diseases out there. We're talking up to a 40% reduction for type 2 diabetes, 35% for cardiovascular problems, and a 20% drop for certain cancers. These are not small numbers. These are life-changing statistics, all from one simple habit. Now, let's bring it back to your workday. Instead of automatically reaching for another coffee, think of a 10-minute walk as your secret productivity hack. When you get back to your desk, you'll have sharper focus. It can help you find those creative breakthroughs on tough problems, and it just gives you this clean, natural energy boost without any of the caffeine jitters.
And you know, it is no coincidence that some of the most brilliant minds in history were dedicated walkers. We're talking about people like Charles Darwin, who literally walked out his theories on his thinking path, and Steve Jobs, who was famous for his walking meetings. They understood a timeless truth. Our brains just work better when our bodies are moving.
All right, so we've covered the why, the how, and the incredible payoff. Now for the most important part of all, actually making it happen. So let's talk about your first 10 minutes and how you can start literally today.
The real key here is to make it so easy you can't possibly say no. For your first week, just keep it this simple. Forget about speed, forget about distance. Just commit to walking for 5 or 10 minutes. That's it. That's the only goal. Because this isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent. The rest will just follow naturally.
So I'll leave you with this one thought. Every single day, you get 1,440 minutes. The only real question is, can you spare just 10 of them to completely change all the rest?